Hi friends, happy Monday. Welcome back to math for today. For today's math lesson, you are going to need your math worksheet, which looks like this, and a pencil and eraser to write with and erase with. So if you don't have those things, pause the video and go get them. All right, welcome back. For today's lesson, before we get started, we are going to, of course, do our number identification cards. So as I hold up the number cards, go ahead and say what you see. Say what you see. 19, 15, 14, 1, 20, 4, 13, 3, 18, 8, 17, 11, 10, 12, 16, 9, 7, 6, 5. And that's all of our number cards. Now we're going to move on to our addition fluency cards. For our addition fluency cards, we know that we are adding because we see what? Go ahead and say it. That's right, we see our plus sign, which tells us that we are going to take two groups and put them together. All right, so let's go ahead and as I hold up these cards, go ahead and say the answer only. 1, 2, 0, 4, 5, 4, 5, and we just had the other card that looked like that. And these two are turnaround facts. We talked about turnaround facts a little while ago, but that is when we have the same addition problem and the numbers are flip-flopped. So both of those have the same answer. Let's move on. 0, 3. And those are our addition fluency cards. Now we're going to move on to our subtraction fluency cards. And we know these are subtracting because what is this called? Yep, it's a minus the minus, which tells us that we are subtracting and we are making our numbers smaller. So we're starting with a whole group and taking some of it away. So let's go ahead and as I hold up these cards for today, we will read the whole sentence and the answer at the end. 4 take away 4 is 0 left over. 5 take away 0 is 5 left over. 0 take away 0 is 0 left over. 4 take away 3 is 1 left over. 4 take away 2 is 2 left over. 3 take away 0 is 3 left over. 5 take away 0 is 5 left over. And we sent home all of the rest of these cards and these for you to cut out so that you would have time to practice them at home and get better and more fluent with them. So you should definitely be practicing those at home if you have the time or if someone's going to practice with you. All right, so for our learning target today, we have I can break apart a teen number into groups of 10 and the ones that are left over. That was a really long learning target, but today we are going to talk more about the teen numbers that we were talking about last week and a little bit the week before that. The teen numbers are all of the numbers that have a 1 in front of them. So I'll write one of them down. If you know this number, go ahead and say it. 13. So for this number, if we wanted to break it apart into tens and ones, we would break it apart into one group of 10. We have a 1 in the front, which tells us one group of 10. So we would have one of our lines of blocks. And then in our ones place, we have 3. So we would write 3 little blocks. And that'll tell us 13. Now, even though my drawings are awesome, let me go ahead and show you with some of these strips of blocks, because you might be able to understand a little bit better. So if we have the number 13, oh goodness, and I held up this whole stick of blocks, let's go ahead and count how many are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one stick of these blocks means 10. This is one group of 10. If we wanted to make 13 with these blocks, we would need more. So we're trying to make our number 13. We already have 10. So let's see how many more we need. So we have 11, 12, 13. So that would be 3 more blocks. So we would have our one group of 10 and our 3 ones that we put with it. All right, let's go ahead and look at our worksheet for today, which is more of counting the blocks that I was showing you, but instead of actual blocks, you have pictures. All right, so just as we discussed, one line of blocks is 10 ones. So let's go ahead and count them just to help our brains remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every time you see one stick of blocks, that means 10. So in this square, we have one group of 10. So we're going to go ahead and write one group of 10. Now, these individual blocks mean the same thing as if I held up one tiny little cube, which we already know that means 1. So we're going to go ahead and count how many ones we have. 1, 2, 3. 3 ones. So we're going to write the number 3 in our ones place. And what a coincidence. This gives us the number 13. So we have 1 10, which tells us we have a 1 in our tens place, and 3 ones, which tells us we have a number 3 in our ones place, which gives us the number 13. All right, let's try one more before I set you loose on your own. In this square, we have one long line of cubes. If you know how many cubes that is, go ahead and say it. That's 10. Good job if you said it. So how many groups or how many lines of blocks do we have? So we only have one line of blocks, which means we have one group of 10. So we're going to write the number 1 right here. And now we're going to count our ones. So let's count along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones. So we're going to write the number 6 in the square, in that blank spot next to the ones. And if we have one group of 10 and 6 ones, go ahead and tell me what number that will give us. Yep, if you said it, awesome job. The number 16. All right, so you're going to do the same thing for the rest of this worksheet. We're going to be counting the tens, how many groups of 10 you have, and you'll write that in the tens place, how many ones you have, and then write that in the ones place, and then tell us what number you came up with. All right, once you're done with your worksheet, go ahead and post it to your teacher's Google Classroom. That is all we have for math today, and we will see you tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. Bye, friends.